Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are working on my daughter's hair. She decided that she wanted to get a twist out and she just took out her braids. So we're gonna give her hair a little bit of TLC and then I'm gonna show you guys the twist out process that I traditionally do. Now, if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button like right now. Do it right now, go and hit it now. And then, of course, don't forget to watch this video to the end to see the end result. Now, before I take her to the shampoo bowl, and this is also a pro tip for those of you who traditionally wear a lot of protective but not so protective styles, or you have your hair in one style for longer periods of time, ensure that you detangle your hair using a wide tooth comb. This is kind of a reset button before you get to the water phase, because if you don't, and then you go and touch your hair with water or shampoo, your hair is going to do exactly what you taught it over the time period of it being stagnated or locked into that one style, which is matte. So before you do that, I always recommend to hit that reset button by simply detangling the hair with a wide tooth comb or brush, and then ensuring that you remove any of those dirt marks at the root area, which is that line of demarcation between the protective style item and the new growth hair. So now we're ready to start the actual wash process. And I always recommend whenever you are taking out your protective yet not so protective styles or taking out anything that's long term, that this definitely be the phase where you do your due diligence to cleanse and really cleanse the hair. Now, before we even start the actual shampoo or conditioner, I am going to extremely saturate her hair. Now, a word to the wise, if you are low porosity like she is, saturation is something that you need to focus on with the water phase of this, because low porosity hair typically repels the water. So when you think that you've saturated enough, you really haven't. So usually around this point, I literally use that water to rinse out as much as I can and saturate. Now for her first wash, I'm using our Elite Clarify, and I'm cocktailing that with our Soothe and Balance pre-treatment. This, number one, is going to help to soothe that itch from her having that long-term style. Number two, it's going to gently clean the hair without stripping it of all its natural oils. Remember, the hair has been in that style for quite some time, so dehydration could also be a factor. And number three, the Soothe and Balance has that zinc in there, that menthol. It is really going to help to extract any type of toxins or dirt, debris, and objects, and pair well with the Elite Clarify to really just cleanse that hair and that scalp so we have an even playing ground to work with. Also, it's going to help to get that odor out of the hair, because remember, you've had a style in for quite some time, and an odor is inevitable. It's going to actually happen no matter what. So definitely that Soothe and Balance is going to help to remove that odor from the hair. Now, I like to give a really good scrub on the first and second wash. But of course, you don't have to scrub if you don't want to. You are able to use a shampoo brush if need be, or no scrub at all. But if you have a situation where you have buildup on your scalp, I highly recommend that you do a Soothe and Balance pre-treatment first. Now, because she's low porosity, this was the perfect time to use our Ultra Hydrate sulfate-free and protein-free shampoo. This is actually a part of our low porosity collection. So this collection is infused with snail mucin. It is exactly that. It is going to extremely hydrate the hair, leave the hair soft and supple. It's also going to help to keep that hair nice and smooth and sleek. But at the same time, our biggest focus is the hydration, because low porosity hair typically lacks moisture and hydration the most. Now our Soothe and Balance. Now our low porosity collection actually is comprised with a shampoo and a deep conditioning mask rather than just an instant conditioner. The good thing about our products is they are intermixable, so you are able to combine them and create what we call cocktails, just like a cocktail that you would drink. You can create cocktails with the hair care products to kill two birds with one stone. Now, once I shampoo her, I do make sure that in between every shampoo, I rinse my client's hair thoroughly. I don't like to leave shampoo behind because that definitely can cause a lot more dehydration later on. And leaving any product in the hair that is not meant to be left in the hair is also going to be a problem when it comes on to your hair care. Now, once we complete the second shampoo, this is when we're going to go ahead and condition her. Because we were pressed for time today, I did not do a deep conditioning treatment, which we're going to do on next week's wash day. So for today, we just did a instant condition and detangle, where I put some of our low porosity ultra hydrate mask, which is a protein free mask, on her hair. I also detangled her, and then I rinsed her with cool water so that we could prepare her for her twist out. Now, this definitely is a step that I would say to utilize your dryer, add that 15 minutes along with a processing cap for my low porosity people, and then sit under that dryer so that that conditioning treatment can really penetrate. Now, once we were done, I rinsed her with cool water, and now we're going to prepare her for her twist out. The twist out is going to be something that she will wear out of the salon, and then we will remove the twist later on in the day, which typically is what you would do with a twist out because it does take a lot of time to dry. Now, here's where I get really technical. Whenever I'm doing my twist outs, I like to, number one, add some of our low porosity daily moisturizing cream, and then I also cocktail it with our frizz control. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to add that moisture to her hair while it is still damp. And then the frizz control is going to help to lock in a lot of that moisture and hydration. And it's going to keep the hair nice and soft and pliable all at the same time. Now, once I am done applying that to her hair, at this point, you are able to use your styling aids for your curl definition. So for me, I like to use two products together. Number one, I use some of our curl defining gel, which is the Definitely Curl Defining Gel. And then I also use some of our Elite Silk Wrap Foam. So what I do is I like to part out small sections. Now, your twist out can be as small or as large as you want in regards to the parts. Another recommendation that I make is whenever you are doing your twist outs, you really don't want your parts to be extremely large, because at that point, you're not going to have a lot of definition when you go to remove the actual twist. So what I suggest is parting the hair into 4 sections or even 2 sections. And then you're going to work with each section individually. So the easiest way to do this is to, of course, work from the way your back all the way up to the front. So I'm just going to partition the front off and then put it in a nice little ponytail holder. This is also going to make your life a lot easier because it's more organized when you're doing your twist out. Now I'm using a rat tail comb, and I just start at the nape of the neck. My parts are not, I'm going to say, even. Traditionally, I just like to do rough parting, where my parts are curved, they're brick laid. I just kind of just go all over with the partings because I want my twist out to look very organic, but still tailored. Okay, so if you notice, I'm doing kind of a curved parting, and then I'm just moving all the rest of the hair out of the way. Now, I did apply some of our Definitely Curl Defining Gel to the actual section as I'm working. You don't want to get too heavy-handed with your Definitely Curl Defining Gel because a little goes a long way. And then if you are doing your twist out, another good thing to use is our Elite Silk Wrap Foam, especially as you progress to above the nape or anywhere away from the hairline. Now, the reason why I say to use the wrap foam on top of the gel is because it actually keeps the hair nice and soft, but still defined, and less frizz comes out after this. And when I say less frizz comes out, I mean basically the actual coil looks like a coil. So I want you guys to get into the habit of practicing keeping your coils or your twists nice and even or separated. So when you are doing your twist, you want to just make sure that you are not dragging hair into the twist as you're going. You're not rough twisting where it really doesn't even look like a twist when you're done. I also don't really suggest comb twists for a twist out like this. I'm one of those old schoolers where I just believe that a 2-strand twist works best because it's going to give you the nice coil. It's going to give you the best definition at the end of the day. And then when you get down to the end of your twist, you just want to use your finger and wrap it around in a circular motion so that you get that coil at the end of the hair. Now, if you're one of those people where you still have relaxed hair on your ends, then of course you're going to need to use some rods at the end, which you can get those at any beauty supply store. And then you just apply the rod at the end of your hair just to get rid of that look of a straight piece, because that is the only way you're going to have an even or evenly distributed twist out and not it looking super straggly or looking like you need a haircut. Now, once I finish the nape of the neck, that is when I introduce the Elite Silk Wrap Foam to the hair. The reason why I do the nape without the wrap foam is because the nape usually is the part that comes out first, because it's rubbing against your neck, it's rubbing against your back. So I want that area to be a little more firm and have a little more longevity than everywhere else. But that's just my professional opinion or pro tip. If you prefer to use the wrap foam all over it, you absolutely can. Our Elite Silk Wrap Foam is amazing, especially when it comes to twist outs and of course your mold. Now that the nape is complete, I am going to start adding my Elite Silk Wrap Foam to the hair. And I want you guys to just pay attention to how I'm actually doing my parts and the fact that I am combing through the hair with every individual 2-strand twist that I'm doing. The reason for that is, number one, a twist out should be smooth. Okay, and when I say smooth, smooth in regards to the fact that there's no tangles, no knotting, none of that. Now, if you have not detangled your hair by this point, then you probably need to go back and watch another one of my Elite hair care videos where I talk about detangling, because detangling is definitely important, and that step should have been done during your conditioner. It should have also been done when you were done with your wash day, just to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success going forward. Now, I don't mean finger detangling. I mean physically going through each section with a wide tooth comb and combing that hair out from root to end. I want you guys to stop listening to these people talking about you lose less hair when you finger detangle. Listen, whatever hair is coming out is going to come out with or without your help. And you are not saving yourself from a loss of a strand by finger detangling and not actually using a comb or a brush. The hair is dependent on being combed and brushed because hair growth comes from blood circulation. And finger detangling does not stimulate blood flow. A brush and a comb can stimulate blood flow in the scalp area, as well as manipulation with the fingertips at the scalp level. But that's not what we're discussing. Right now, we're discussing the fact that you need to be using a comb or a brush and detangle this hair on a regular basis. And make sure you're also detangling when you are doing your twist out. Now, once your twist out is done, meaning you've twisted everything from nape all the way to the crown, you'll go under the dryer and allow that hair to start and set. I know some of you do your twist outs and then you air dry. If you're going to air dry, of course, we know that it'll be a couple days, but I do recommend hitting that hair with a blow dryer or even a hooded dryer. We do have our Platinum Turbo blow dryer that just dropped on Friday. You are welcome to utilize that, and a diffuser, which they have universal diffusers. That is going to help set the actual twist out at the beginning. That is what ensures the success. Now, once she went under the dryer, we pulled her hair out individually, and this was the end result. You guys, comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about my daughter's twist out. I love the definition, and we just kind of separate the twists like individually here and there, and then allow them to separate on their own. But check out our products at EliteHairCareUSA.com, and thanks for watching. Bye.